What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. I don't know. I guess that ask, believe, and receive thing that Kim has had going on for years really does work for her. Because this home that she and Kroy are still living in, even though they're going through a divorce and are supposed to be separated, but she's living in one part of the house, I believe. The court record says she's living in the basement and he's living in the master bedroom, but they have to share the closet, which is weird to me. Like, y'all don't have more closets in that house? But anyway, this house that was supposed to be going into foreclosure, it's gotten held off from a foreclosure sale once again. All right. So the mortgager, Truist Bank, has been waiting for months to get the foreclosure started. But it's not going to happen. It started in 2023 when the bank gave them a heads up that they would foreclose on the house in November of that year. In the meantime, Kim and Kroy put the house up for sale, hopeful that a buyer with a very specific taste would unload $6 million to purchase the home. That would be enough to get the estranged couple out of some of the hot water they found themselves in, but no one has wanted to buy. They were forced to drop the price down to $4.5 million. And begged the bank for more time to make the sale. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, the bank has agreed to delay the foreclosure by 90 days. They aren't out of the woods just yet. They have until August 26th, funny day after my birthday, to get the house sold. Otherwise, the bank can go back to its foreclosure proceedings. Allegedly, this extension is the last straw for them. The court order specifically states that if they don't sell the house by the deadline, they won't be able to appeal the foreclosure decision. The bank is just going to yank the house away and move on once and for all. And listen, that's not a whole lot of time. Honestly, time flies by fast. It seems like we just got into June and it's already like the 6th already. I feel bad for the kids because they have 4 younger children. They're not babies anymore, but they have a lot of kids. I am hopeful that things work out for the children because, again, like I said, I feel for the children. But it's not looking good for them. And who knows? Her ask, believe, and receive prayers, it might work out for her just in the nick of time before that 90 days is up. But I really am shocked that they gave them more time because we have been hearing about foreclosure on this house for some time now. And if you remember, she did that video where she was cursing people out saying, you stupid MFers, think you're crazy if I'm getting foreclosed on my home and I'm going to be here for Christmases and birthdays and anniversaries and blah, 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 blah. And then they've had how many foreclosure news breakings since that time? So I really, and also the, the cops come into the house so many times because she and Kroy are fighting and it's just been a freaking mess. That marriage, I really hope and pray that they are done because they don't need to try to work it out again at all. I know that at one point they were saying they're going to try to work it out for the sake of the children. That's the worst thing that you can do because they really don't want to be together. And then it's all this resentment and then they're fighting and the kids hear it and see it and it's just messing them up. But anyway, yeah, they're still in the house for now. We'll see if a buyer comes along that is, maybe going to offer them lower, but we'll see. And speaking of children, Eboni K. Williams, who did 1 season on The Real Housewives of New York, that's enough to make her a housewife alum, right? She's pregnant. And I was so shocked by that because I know she had talked about wanting to have kids and talking about IVF and whatever. But to be honest with you, I just really never thought that she would do it herself. I was thinking maybe if she did have a child, she would either go through having a surrogate or adopting, maybe, if that wasn't an option for her. I don't know. And I'm not saying that in a negative way about her. I don't think there's anything when it comes to, like vanity where she wouldn't carry a child. I just thought for the sake of her working and the busyness of it all, that's what I was thinking more so, not so much about, oh, she's too vain to carry a child. But she's pregnant. So when I saw the pictures, I was like, what? Because when I first was reading the story, I was thinking, oh, she's having a child via surrogacy. Congratulations. And then when I saw the picture of her and it said she's expecting a girl this summer, I was like, oh my God. But yeah, so this comes from Reality T. It says, we only got to know Eboni for one contentious season of Real Housewives of New York. Though her time was short, the attorney has stayed busy writing a book and presiding as a judge on her small claims court show, Equal Justice with Eboni K. Williams. Oh, and roasting Bethany Frankel's Reality Reckoning. Now, Eboni is about to step into the role of a lifetime mom. She wrote, thank you, God, abundantly blessed and so excited to welcome my daughter to this world. He will give you the desires of your heart. Psalms 37:4. 2 years ago, Eboni shared that she planned to use her frozen eggs and a sperm donor to pursue motherhood on her own. People just revealed that Eboni, 40, is now pregnant with a baby girl. She's set to arrive around August 16th. Eboni explained, anybody who's gone through IVF or attempted IVF will tell you so many things have to go right for the final result of this journey to be a baby. That's why I've called this my remarkable miracle, because it really does feel like I've been the recipient of some very enormous favor from God above. Eboni's been calling her daughter one of one. I did one egg retrieval at 34 years old, not really having a clear intention on if I would use those eggs or when I would use the eggs. And 6 years later, that one egg retrieval led to one genetically normal embryo, which led to one successful embryo transfer. And one pregnancy later, I'll soon have, God willing, one beautifully healthy baby girl. So it really does feel like fate. However, Eboni admitted she wasn't always sure about becoming a mom. I want to say that with conviction and clarity, I was not the little girl that grew up fantasizing about having kids and what I would name them and all of that. That was not my dream or fantasy. I had no real expectation around it. Me too, girl. Anyway, it took some conversations with herself to gain clarity. She eventually decided to make her own path. I really freed myself of the rigidness of what legacy, love, and family could look like. Those are the 3 pillars I reassessed. And it helped shake me from the idea of I have to have it this way on this timeline everyone else is following. Now, I'm not even going to lie, and this is not a knock to her looks because obviously she's a beautiful woman, but I really thought she was older. I thought she was older than that. I just did. I don't know why I thought that. It's just, I'm sorry. I just thought she was older than 40. So that honestly was a little bit of a shock to me too. Again, she's beautiful. She doesn't look old. I'm not saying that. But I just, for whatever reason, I thought she was older. She is extremely mature. She's extremely professional. Like, she definitely looked younger around those other women when she was on The Real Housewives of New York. Let's be clear about that, okay? But again, I just honestly thought she was older. But congratulations to her, because I'm quite sure that is a journey that she was not planning to do on her own, because she's been in relationships that have not worked out. And she's doing it on her own terms. But I just really never thought that she would do it like this. I really thought she was going to have a surrogate. So again, I was wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.